Okay, so we're going to learn Adobe Firefly. So here I am in Adobe Firefly, as you can see, which you can get to at firefly.adobe.com. So we are in the Featured tab. You can also jump over to Image, Video, Audio, and Vector. Plenty of options for each, but under Featured, there's a bunch of them. You can scroll down and you get a good variety. But from here, I can access image, so I just say text image, goes into this workspace, and I choose Firefly Image 4 for the model. If you click here, any one with a king's crown is a premium feature that you would pay extra for, and you'd have to check the Adobe site for what the current price is for that. As you can see, there's also a variety of other partner models and different kinds of effects, different stylization, and they keep adding new ones all the time. And then for aspect ratio, I'm going to choose square, as you know, but you have widescreen, vertical, square, portrait, landscape for all different kinds of posting, social posting. I'm just going to choose square for this one. Visual intensity, as I hover, it tells you adjust the overall intensity of existing visual characteristics in your image. And you then have composition, so you can upload either here or here an image as a composition reference, so left to right or a different perspective. And then under styles, you have these presets. You can have like a neon effect, or if you click here or here, you can upload a reference image for a certain style you might like. And then there's a whole bunch of effects. So down here, under all, you have Art Deco, Cubism, Film Noir, and then different techniques, you know, so doodling, line drawing, ink, so it converts it to black and white, or materials, concepts, so layered, paper, origami, yarn, and then there's different concepts, chaotic, eclectic, nostalgic, etc. A lot of options. And then there's even color and tone, so you can choose either black and white, color and tone, gold, monochromatic, etc. And then lighting, you can choose specific lighting, backlighting, golden hour, studio light, and even the camera angle. So you can do close-up, knolling, you know, shot from below, shot from above. Quite extensive. But in this case, I wanted to show you, so I've already done it because it took a little time. So I posted in a prompt that I kept in my notes app, cottage in an Irish countryside. I hit the generate button. You got these 4 different variations, and Adobe does reference the Adobe stock library, which has millions of photos, whenever you do a photo content type. And so once you click on one of these, you can see the larger view, and it looks pretty nice. So you get a nice kind of photo of exactly what I asked for, Irish countryside. I can close that. Now, if you like that, you can favorite it at the bottom right. If you really liked it and you want to submit it to the Firefly gallery, you can click here, submit to gallery, or you can open Adobe Express, where you can add some text or animation. In this case, that was fun, but I'm going to go over to my notes and grab a more creative text prompt. I will keep the same aspect ratio, square, but I'll switch it over to art and then change the prompt, delete and paste, to an octopus with an exquisitely detailed, intricate Asian female face, etc. Hit generate, and then you get 4 variations, as you can see here with its, oh, that was pretty fast. So it didn't really bring in the face, but it did some good ones. So if I like that one, I can hover, save to favorites. I can submit it to gallery. So it's your name. And then as you can see here, add it to the gallery. People can view the image, use it and remix the prompt and like the image. So I just hit submit. And it's pretty fast. It submits it to the gallery. And then I can also open in Photoshop Web. If I go over here, it's telling you the content credentials. And if I hit edit, you can generate the video, generate fill, similar, open in Photoshop Web, or create a design in Adobe Express. And top right, you can also go to the open in Photoshop Web. In this case, I'm just going to download it just to have. I hit close. And then one thing I wanted to show you, because I did want it with a intricate Asian female face, I do have a reference image. So an image I created originally, I can then go to composition and then just click on this icon, choose from my device, go to Adobe Videos, where I have an image of an octopus woman. And so you can see a little preview there on the left under reference, and then you can see that it's telling you that there's going to be a composition reference underneath the prompt at the bottom. So I just hit generate this time, and now this time it should reference my composition reference image, and therefore add the face that I wanted. So it's reading it, and then it kind of pulsates, showing you that it's generating, doing its job. Come on. It's about 3/4 there. It's pretty fast, but it is generating 4 images, so it's pretty good. Obviously takes a little bit more time when you do have a reference image, as opposed to just putting in a text prompt and hitting generate. Oh, that's pretty good. So I got that. So I can hover, download. Yeah, I like the first 2. So I can submit to gallery, submit, and it submits it to the gallery so other people can like it, vote on it. I think I like this one the most, so I'm going to submit to gallery, submit, and then download it. And then from here, I can say generate video. And then it takes me into the Firefly video workspace. So you can see Firefly video up top, and then there's some other models you can choose from. The resolution is 540p for the default, which is a bit small. But so normally I can go to 1080p, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'll go to 720, so it doesn't take too long. And then since the image is a square image, I'm going to choose square again. That's always a 5-second duration at 24 frames per second. You do have camera options for motion, so zoom in, zoom out, move left, move right, etc. And under advanced settings, you have a seed thing, but it'll populate its own seed, and then you'd have to do more research on that. So it's using that reference image, as you can see here at the bottom, and then it says describe what you want to see. So instead of putting the exact same prompt to create that image, I would put a prompt that describes some of it, but would focus more on what kind of movement I want. So swaying and moving tentacles, bubbles float above to the left and right of her head. Hit generate, and should start creating. There we go. So you get this little emoji waving. And it's doing its thing. You can see a little preview in the thumbnail up top, the little circle. So it's already halfway, pretty fast. Generating that video. And there it is. So once you see the little play button, you just click. And then just like I asked for, the tentacles are moving and some bubbles are floating. So that's pretty nice. So you can vote on it, you know, like, aesthetically pleasing, prompt accurately interpreted, submit. Thank you for the feedback. Then I can download it to have, favorite, and I can submit it to the gallery. So you can submit this static images and video images to the Adobe Firefly community gallery. And then as you can see here, I'm not sure if it'll play back well in this video, but I can then go to generate sound effects, and I can describe the sound effects you want. Let's see. Not sure how you spell it. Gurgling water and bubbles sounds. Yeah, 1G. Gurgling water and bubble sounds. and then I can say generate. And that's generating. And then you get these different 4 variations. So I can click the play, variation 1, variation 2, variation 3, I think that one had an interesting sound. And then if you don't like that, you can change that to maybe soft bubbles in water sound, and then hit generate. So generate that again. Pretty fast, 4 different variations. So I can do a preview. So if I click on variation 2, you'll see that it's added to the timeline. And then when I go to play the preview, you get the sound plus the video, of course, the animation. And then if I like that, I can just hit the download. And you can also record your voice, and you can also, as you can see here on the left, and you can also upload from a device, such as your desktop, a pre-recorded video. It's pretty creative. But yeah, text to image, and then Adobe Firefly video, and then generating sound effects. So a bit of a tutorial to learn Adobe Firefly.